channel.
Hello guys, good morning. Welcome to the channel. Fine, I wish you. Good morning to you.
What was the pleasure?
Yes, 54 looks like a big number.
Mm.
Still to be thrown to either 25 or 27. And anyway, there are a lot of names there. Some of the returning players, some fresh names, some new names that were hoping they eventually make it to the final list.
Mm.
But anyway, even in as much as 54 is a big number, there are still some players that we feel that they are supposed to even make it to the final list.
Yeah, that would have made a difference if they were on that list.
Yes, that would have been a bigger consideration.
Mm.
You understand? Because some of those names are not even names that we know that they can even better the 23 that we used to have, the normal 23 that we used to have. So I've done my little bit of research with some names that came up. Not too many names, because I feel that like some names that I feel okay, they can actually do the job. But I feel that with addition of 2 or 3 players that would actually challenge, because anyway, there's this notion that we have regarding call-ups now, that they say a lot of players are comfortable when they call them up. They're not even ready to challenge for the first 11. So I feel that some of these players would have been called because they would not just be happy with the call-up, but will be able to challenge the starting 11. So I have a few on my list. I don't know if you should start first or I should start first.
Let me see.
Okay. You know my stance on the midfield section, especially with
which is the
major, the backbone of the defense
of anything.
Yes. Onuche Ogbelu of Experience the Tunis. I've always said this is a powerful midfielder, and take it from a Chelsea fan that believes in having a black midfielder, having a powerful midfielder. You understand? Energetic midfielder that can do the box to box, that is up and down, never tired, full of stamina, full of energy, and can chip in with the attacking style of football, to which involves the goal and assist, or final third passes, or direct assist or indirect assist. So far you can contribute in one way or the other in the attack. Why not neglecting your defensive duties? Which is where I feel Onuche Ogbelu is a factor. Now, his former coach Laramboso has come out to say, even during their set of Benjamin Felix, that Benjamin Felix was not even the standout player. That Onuche Ogbelu was one of those players that felt that would have made it even before Benjamin Felix in the Super Eagles line of succession to be called. And now Onuche Ogbelu now, though he's not an European player, he's not playing in Europe, he's playing in the African terrain, but playing for the top team in Tunisia. Now, start-wise, doing your defensive duties, start-wise doing your attacking duties. And I don't just know why you organize a 54-man list full of, and you can call about 6 MPFL players, and a player that is playing very, very well, still youthful, did not make it.
Okay, is it better than the ones we have?
Yes.
Like currently?
Yes,
I'm not saying the ones
that they called now.
No, the ones, I'm not saying there are some that were on the list that are on the list that we know that they're not going to make it. That
the core player that we should use.
Is it better? Is it way better? Because I think that's where
it's better.
That's where we should.
I can call 3 players is better.
That's where we should look at.
Okay.
Because we always said that even as much as we are calling you to come and fight for a team, you have to be better than what we have. Or
can challenge.
Or is ready to.
Okay, now anyway, this is why I have an issue now. In the last 5-6 call-ups, now because I like to trace it back to the last 5-6 call-up, we have had in that midfield. We have had a Frank Onyeka, we have had Al Hassan Yusuf, we have had Rafael Onyedika. These 3 players are not even close to challenging with Didier Alexander Iwobi. Now, if you ask me,
or is it just can we say it's just down to the
coach decision?
The coach,
I won't say so. I will say there's something they're not doing right in training. There's another different dimension that are not bringing to training that Iskashel is not noticing now. This is it now. Onuche Ogbelu, if you ask me, is better than Hassan Yusuf 100%. Ball-wise, player-wise, player for player.
Hassan plays in the US.
And then
will bring that argument. He's better. He plays in the US.
He's better than
and this guy plays in
Tunisia.
On the African terrain.
Tunisia are doing well as a country in terms of football wise.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's better. It's even better than Onyeka if you ask me. I'm telling you.
I think when you have a pool of players, it becomes very difficult. Okay. Now you would argue that we've had different series of call-ups. I can go on and on and on and on and on. Look at the likes of Tanimu. Now he came and then we didn't see him anymore.
I think he has returned back to Africa.
I don't know.
He has returned.
That's what we're talking about. He's
back in Tanzania.
Now, what happened to him? So many things have happened. It looks like the real deal when he came to the Super Eagles. So that is why when we do see some players, it looks like what happened. My own concern is if you can give me something better than what we have. Then why not?
Yes, that is why I have issues.
Why are you not on the list? Why are you not on the list? So and then I think I watched him for stand during the Club World Cup.
Yeah, against Chelsea.
And one thing about some of these new players is, at least before they can't turn,
Yeah, because it's not sour.
they will still
That
fight.
first 5, 7,
Because they
8,
know
9 matches,
that the
especially for a coach
opportunity
that
that
gave
they
you,
get,
gave you your debut.
the
Yeah,
opportunity that they get,
yeah.
they might not get it. But officially, we can now see trace it back to some that got the opportunity and did not even utilize it. You remember Papa Daniel,
Mustafa.
you remember some other guys that we actually, it looked as if we were selling them out then. We don't collect the dime when we talk about players. It looked like we were doing the PR for them. Eventually, when they got the shirts, yeah, they became a shadow of
They fumbled the
themselves.
opportunity.
So I think it is down to the coach to decide. But I would have felt like some of these players, if they get the chance, would have made a little difference. Which you now get me to though some of the players on my list. Eventually, I found out that they have a lot of complications.
Okay.
And once the NFF noticed that it is going to take them
a long route,
a long route, they might just
they back out.
they are not even interested.
Yeah.
We'll talk about Gift Urban. I don't know how many times I really want to talk about that guy. When we talk about another dynamic type of striker, I'm really looking forward to seeing him and Victor Osimhen together. I think they've come together once.
Yeah, once.
Yeah. And I just really want to see, because he's you know what it does. It's tricky. It's spacey. The way it connects with the ball, you can understand. So you are looking at that combination between him and the Victor Osimhen that we know can tear defense apart. So I can understand that he has diplomatic issues with Togo and the Togo Togo nationality and his Nigerian nationality. Maybe that's one of the things why we are not getting to see him. So it would have been one very good advantage, one advantage for us. I think he scored an hat-trick in the conference league. He's racking up numbers.
Racking up good numbers.
So, but it is so painful that he's not part of the team. But maybe one for the future. Maybe one for the future. We never can tell. How old is he? I think he's still in his 20s.
Yeah, he's 24 now.
24. So one of the Makeka Odetu is one of that player that most people are even clamoring for.
Even me, I don't know. I don't understand why.
But like I said, the long route, we don't even know the stand of a player. We are still getting to find out what eventually is wrong. But it's another one for the future we can actually, because the Italian national team is not even.
They are looking like they are not even interested.
Yes. So what I said is looking like one thing for the future is, the Afcon is just
days away.
It's just days away. There are so many paperwork involved in this.
Okay.
So maybe after the Afcon, we might eventually now see him again. So that's that for the ones that have complications. Yeah. But there are some on my list that I feel like, okay, if you fancy them as a coach, then they don't have any complications. Sonny Sulaiman, we saw him at the under-20s. Dynamic winger. After that tournament, so many teams in Europe were looking for him. That guy, he actually plays in Slovenia League, AS Trezen.
Wow.
Very good
winger. Good delivery.
I tell you. So, and I don't know, I think he had the experience in the MPFL, played for Aqua United, 11 goals in 19 games for a winger. Racked up numbers before he now moved to Slovenia. Yeah. So I think maybe it's another one for the future too, because he's still young.
Future, so
no, they are still young players, but all of these players are very good players. That's just the truth. Okay. That's just the truth.
I don't believe the future is now.
But the time is what is the problem.
Okay.
The time is what is the time is what the problem is, and he has rightly said the time is always the enemy of the coach. So, but these are very good players. You understand? But these ones are not going to stress us, at least.
Straight
then the same thing with Odinaka Okoro. Sporting Lagos guy, another dynamic
fantastic left back.
Yeah. You understand? Even when the team is down, you see him carrying the team. He always stands out. So, and then if you look at the caliber of the left backs that we have, I think
half and half.
So maybe this guy, one of these new guys, will eventually make the list too. Because I learned that there's another left back, Emmanuel.
Emmanuel Michael. They say he's Simon's boy too.
So maybe he's going to make the list. He's also one of our products during Unduka Ogbadi's time in the Unders.
Yeah.
So actually, I think he's playing in that. I can't remember where exactly he's playing right now. But the truth is, if he also can make the final 23, he's another very good option. Maybe the luck of Benjamin Frederick can also ride on other people. He can also ride on the performance or the performance of Benjamin Frederick, because they are from the same academy. So I think for me, these are very good players.
Yeah.
But the time or the complications that surround them might be one of the reasons why they might not make this Afcon, but they are one for the future.
Yes, you are. You have said it all. I think me and I talked about the defense, midfield, and
Yeah.
attack to tell you that the Super Eagles still need touching from each angle.
Yeah.
There's another one, AY, that I felt that I don't know what's going on. Like you said, probably there's a little bit of complication, which is a goalkeeper now, Otto Okonkwo. Let me now tell you, if I, AY,
That's how it goes. So.
the first time I saw Otto Okonkwo in an Arsenal preseason, I think that was 6 years ago. I said never. You understand? That is the first impression I had of him at that time. You understand? Okay, but then he has gone down to the lower league to pick up himself, graduating from a step to another. Okay, now look at where he is now. You understand? Having a wonderful season with Wrexham now, because it's as if they get promotion now for every season that they play. He has played 17 matches this season with 6 clean sheets. So they've always scored him on 11 occasions now. Now this start cannot be even bettered by any of our goalkeepers combined together. If Maduka Ikoke is playing today now, I know Maduka Ikoke is considered about 2 or 3 goals. If Stamabali is playing today, I know he concedes a goal per match. Amas Obasegi, we don't get to watch him. Adebayo Adeleye, like I said, is the closest thing to Onana. Akot is still young. They still need to breastfeed him more. You understand where I'm coming from now? Otto Okonkwo has been on the Nigerian sports space for the past 4 to 5 months. So if we're talking about complications now, how come a DR Congo is able to slide through a complication within 2 months of clearing Wan-Bissaka's name to come and play for them? How come a DR Congo is clearing Belgium's players' names to come and play for them? And we, the NFF, it is hard for us to clear a player's name. Is it that they are not selling this player to this kind of players or something?
The truth is, I think, for Otto, many people have diverse, like Nigerian football have diverse opinion about it. Up to now, I'm still not convinced
about his abilities.
He's still good enough. I still want to see him develop. Let's see how he goes. That, I think some people share that opinion too. Because officially, we're not going to lie to ourselves. Most goalkeepers that we've used have always been the ones that have been rooted from Nigeria. So we've not really tried something different.
Foreign keepers like that.
You understand what I'm trying to say? So for me, I don't know. You know when we come out and sit down and talk about some of these things, we don't even know the stand of the player. Some of these agendas might be pushed by journalists. Some people just like him. Okay, let's see how we can actually sell him and push him and all of those things.
Link him up with the name.
I am sure Chelsea will not tell me he has not seen
Otto Okonkwo.
He
has not noticed that name. He has not noticed him at all.
With all of these things that is happening,
Maduka Okoye bouncing in and around.
You observe, he still sticks to it. And I feel like going into a tournament in 19 days, you will not change your goalkeepers.
Nah, Stamabali is the number one. And nobody can tell
nobody will change the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
You understand? The Cameroon national team that changed their coach in 19 days, you will see how
they will fumble it, yeah.
So I think that's why, because we all know that the 3 goalkeepers, we know the 3 goalkeepers already.
Yeah.
We know the 3 goalkeepers.
I said it was the simplest decision ever.
We know the 3 goalkeepers already. Yeah. I would have wanted the Afcon to be an IPFS but I know that it's going to be very hard. Yeah. So we know the 3 goalkeepers already, unless anything happens between now and then. So I think Otto Okonkwo is doing well, is in the form of his life, but for me, I think he still has the time to develop himself to show, and we still have to be sure of his readiness. The same thing with Michael Kayode. We still have to be sure of your readiness to want to play for Nigeria. The same thing with Gitoban. If there are issues, I just believe he does not have, for Gitoban, I just believe it does not have to do with
his ability. Probably there's an off-field issue.
Maybe with the NFL, maybe he had some, you understand. If it is nationality issues, it's supposed to be, if you are interested in, I feel like if the coach is interested in, it's just to talk to them, get me this player, and we'll start pushing it. You understand? But we know how like a dicey our football federation can be.
Yeah.
We know how, you understand, how very uninterested they could be. But it is what it is at this point. Let's just hope that the ones that we get, we can actually get the best of the best 23 or the 25 or the 27 out of them, and then maybe get a very good performance and result from the Afcons.
Well, thank you very much. Some of these players we feel that would have made it to the list.
I thought I was going to see Kenneth Omeru or Leon.
Yeah, if you Abia Menusa.
No.
Well, we know that
he's busy with managing Canopilas.
He can diversify and I can do 2 things at once.
They said they are taking a break.
Okay. Yes, 54 players scored. I'm sure 3 minutes will be a big problem, but we feel that the likes of Gift Urban and some of these names will have actually bettered the score. But like we said, it is your headache. You can go to the comment section and share your opinion concerning this production. That's our time. We see you guys.